you going, people? Man, this story needs to get... I can't believe how they're just hiding this story. I can't find any information on it. 3-year-old girl shot in gunfight during West Texas drug raid. Well, that's not really true. The cops did a no-knock warrant. They busted in a house, they threw in a flashbang, and they shot a 16-year-old and a 3-year-old child in the house. And they didn't find any drugs, and they had raided the house before. And nobody is saying anything. I can't find any information about this. Every time I search it, I get the same AP story. Midland officer, state agent investigating. Texas shot and injured. West Texas shot and injured 3-year-old and teenage. Luis Gomez, that his daughter and son were shot at 9:30 p.m. at night in their home in Midland. It isn't immediately clear whether the family lived there. What the? I mean, this is just, there's no information. Gomez said his son was shot in the arm, his daughter was shot in the back. A 3-year-old kid shot in the back by cops, and there's no adults in the house, and they're doing a no-knock raid, throwing in a flashbang. This is what I call earning the hate. This is why cops have such a bad rep. This is why I don't support cops anymore. This is why I think our government's out of control. This is absolutely, this ought to be headline news that our government is shooting kids in the back, a 3-year-old, in a house looking for drugs, didn't even find drugs, but somewhere they go, oh, they did find evidence that there was drugs. Let me see. A spokesman confirmed the officer-involved shooting took place. Questions about it, Texas Rangers, of course, they're not talking. A sergeant of public safety did not return phone calls. Gomez, who was at work, said the officers came in his house. Son told him police threw something through the window, probably a flashbang or a distraction, broke down the door without announcing who they were. He had something in his hand when he encountered officers, but he couldn't say what it was. So the officers go into this house, and of course, no body cam footage is being released. Nobody's asking questions. The cop and government are just getting a pass on this, and I don't get it. I mean, when did this happen? January 23rd. Today's the 28th, 5 days ago, and this is not getting near the attention that it should. Here's another story. Big headlines. No information. 3-year-old girl was shot in a gunfight between police and a 16-year-old male suspect. So was a 16-year-old armed, and did they just go in spraying and praying and they end up hitting a 3-year-old? I mean, how do you do a raid and not know who's in the house or do any counter surveillance or surveillance on the house to see who's coming and going? Who's your suspect? We always want to catch our primary suspect in the house. So if we had a warrant, we could sit on it. A warrant doesn't have to be served like within the same day. Sometimes we'd sit on a warrant for a couple of days. You don't want to get too long because then you get into staleness issues of the warrant. But, I mean, no information. Statement released by Public Safety serving the warrant. Texas Department of Public Safety says Midland police officers were serving a warrant at the house. Gunfire erupted between the officers and the male teen that wounded. If the guy had a gun, why not say that? It's all cryptic messages about what happened. So what it seems to me, government went in, panicked, shot everybody up, shot a 16-year-old because he had a freaking remote control in his hand, sitting in his house. They did a no-knock warrant, and they shot his 3-year-old sister. Out freaking rageous. And I just can't believe I can't find any information other than what I just showed you. All right, we'll end that there. Maybe you guys can investigate and find something. Or share it and get it the word out.